Guys, I had an amazing session with one of my clients. I am so proud of her. This woman is just testament of how strong women are and what amazing improvements and growth we can make without feeling sorry for ourselves, without getting into that victim mode, without getting into that um, state of mind where everything is bad and is happening to us and we have no part in our life at all. We're just spectators, and it is so disempowering to think that way. So I truly applaud her, and I'm so proud of her. One of the topics that came out in our conversation, like today we had so many that I feel like I can make different videos just to tackle every one of them, but there was this one that it really resonated when she mentioned it, which is how she found that a lot of people have a problem when you're going through a hard time, when your life is not perfect, when you could be complaining about everything and yet you're not being a victim to your circumstances. In fact, you are managing to uh, create and shift your perception so that you're not going to be negative, you're not going to feel sorry for yourself, you're not gonna just feel like you're in victim mode. And I truly love that concept because I'm sorry, it reminds me that we are human beings, and I just yawned like a human being because I'm tired. So we are human beings, and we're gonna go through hard times, and we are going to be in pain, and we're going to be feeling loss, and we're gonna be angry, and we're gonna be feeling annoyed, and we're gonna have bad moods, and we're gonna have this and this and this and this and this. You can have anything and everything, and you can decide that although you're having these human emotions, which sometimes are not extremely positive and can be challenging, that you're going to pick yourself up and you're going to say to yourself, it's just a moment in time. And while you do that, you're going to just adjust your attitude to truly create the life that you want to see, which is, I am going through a shitty time. It's hard. It makes me naturally a little bit anxious. It makes me think about things I haven't thought about before. It challenges me and the way that I have to basically deal with life. But I can do this. I feel that's such an empowering thing when we take that into our hands and we really have control and take control over this. And I feel like we have to absolutely take responsibility for all these actions that we have going on, because we can fall under two categories. We can fall under the victimhood umbrella, which means that you are going to be sick, you're going to be tired, you're going to be stuck, you're going to feel like life is happening to you, you're going to feel like you are suffering. There are so many negatives that come with that victim mentality. Or you can be a creator, and this is the manifesting part. Well, both kind of manifest, because even the negative manifests, but the positive manifesting, where you are going to shift your reality by focusing on the things that you truly want and you know that you deserve, and the feelings that come with that. I don't know why human beings are comfortable feeling sorry for themselves. We have this wiring in our brain that is like, you can be sad and miserable. It's just natural. And we forget that actually we also have this immense power that can allow us to be feeling so connected, that allows us to feel like we're making decisions that are good for us, that allow us to take control over our life, that allow us to create the reality that we want, despite what people think we should be feeling and looking like, right? When I started making changes, I hit rock bottom, and I looked at myself, she said today when we were talking about this, and she said, but you were doing the best that you could. And I said, actually, no, I wasn't doing the best that I could, because I was in such a victim mentality that I was so angry. I was projecting the most negative parts of me, Because the truth, and this is so true and cliche, but the truth is that hurt people hurt people. When you're in pain, unless you have that acute sense of awareness that this is a stage that you're going through and you can come out on the other side being a better version of yourself, it's very easy to want to inflict the same pain you feel on others, to project in a way almost like you're sharing the burden. But of course, we're not doing it in a way that is constructive or that people can understand why we're doing this. We're doing it in a way that is projecting because that's our reality. So we're manifesting our emotions into the moment and we are making everybody miserable. And it just drives me crazy and it hurts my soul. But we can change that. You can take responsibility of the hardship you're going through, just like I did, and make that change. And when I looked at myself and I saw that I didn't like my body, I didn't look like my mind, I didn't like my attitude, I was like, oh shit, I gotta change this. I mean, this is a version of me that I absolutely hate. And let me tell you something, you don't have to prove yourself to anyone, but you have to approve yourself, if it makes any sense. You are going to be looking in the mirror every day, hopefully, and acknowledging who you are, hopefully. And I love when my clients look in the mirror and say, I love you, I'm so proud of you, thank you for doing the work. Because that's like saying to yourself, I'm here as a tangible manifestation of the divine. Our creator made me and made me to shine and to be bright in a world that sometimes can be very, very dark, where the people that, especially people that run the show, I am not quite sure they're even human, but you can be that version of yourself that is just like, wow, that is powerful, guys. So I always say this, and I feel like I'm a broken record at times, but if we want to be bringing light into this planet, into this reality, we really need to embody that light. Otherwise, you're just going to be dimming it, and then you are going to be in victim mode, and you're going to be feeling very sorry for yourself. And quite frankly, you might be making other people feeling sorry too, because pain in the ass, want to be pain in the ass. And why make other people miserable? Everybody likes to, there are energy vampires that will thrive on your energy and try to take, and you have to have boundaries. But shining light in the world and bringing hope and bringing that special thing about you, that's what makes a difference. That what sets you apart. And I think the people that are working with me, I can honestly say that they have this one special gift, which is looking inside of them and finding what makes them special, unique, and that allows them to bring something amazing into this reality, not just for themselves, because that's great, but it can be very limiting and selfish, but for everybody else. Because when you are able to help others by bringing their light, you can encourage them to be the best version of themselves. We can encourage them to be adventurous. You can encourage them to be thoughtful. You can encourage them to be so many wonderful things. And well, that's the biggest compliment, right, to humanity, that you want to make them better people. So I thought this was an interesting one. So do not fall victim to circumstances. Even if your life right now may be shit and you're like, oh my God, I can't believe I have to go through this crap again. Don't worry. Try to navigate. Acknowledge the feelings, of course. Don't be fake and be like, everything is fine when it's not. That's useless. But while you acknowledge the feelings that are negative, remind yourself that this is just a moment in time. And that if you focus on solutions, if you focus on your gifts, if you focus on what's right, even if you have to fight a little bit of inconsistency and some humps on the road, that you can change it. And you don't have to be miserable just because you're going through something miserable. Very big wisdom right there. So I'm gonna leave you with this mic drop. Don't be miserable just because you're going through something miserable.